สวัสดีครับ So today I'm gonna discuss with you guys about the period of proceeding the criminal case here in Thailand. I have been asked by a lot of foreigners who coming and consulting with me regarding about how long it's gonna take to complete the criminal case in Thailand. Today I'm gonna answer that question for you guys. All right. So usually when you become the defendant in the criminal case, you feel worried, you feel nervous. If I found guilty, how long am I gonna be in jail? What about if I plead guilty? Do the judge gonna suspended my jail sentence? Of course, there are several questions. The question that I have always been asked by the foreign client is how long it's gonna take for the criminal case to complete here in Thailand. All right. So usually when you become the defendant for the criminal case, after the prosecutor already received the investigation case from the inquiry officer or the police, of course the prosecutor is going to submit the criminal complaint to the court, all right, to the court. And then you as a defendant, you're gonna have to appear in the court. For the first hearing, the judge is going to ask you whether you want to plead guilty or not. In the case that you plead guilty, and then of course that means the case can finish in one hearing, right? However, if you decide that for this case I did not do anything wrong, I did not commit any crime in Thailand, I have been wrongfully accused of the crime that I did not do it, then you plead not guilty, right? Okay, after you plead not guilty, and then the court gonna have to schedule another hearing, which is evidentiary hearing. The evidentiary hearing is the hearing that the prosecutor and the defendant lawyer gonna have to submit all the evidence, to show to the court that this is the evidence that they're going to be used in the witness testimony hearing. So after the evidentiary hearing passed, the court is going to schedule the witness testimony hearing. For the witness testimony hearing, from the second hearing to the witness testimony hearing, is gonna take maybe up to 6 months. In some case, maybe up to 1 year, depending on the court schedule in that court as well. So usually for the first court, if you decide to defend the case, I would say it's gonna take like 1 year. The minimum is 1 year if you plead not guilty. And then after the witness testimony hearing, and then the court issue the judgment, maybe you have been acquitted or you found guilty. It could be either way, right, for the criminal case. And then if the prosecutor is deciding to appeal in the court of appeal, it's gonna take another at least minimum six or 8 months for the appeal court to be issued the verdict. So that means from the first court until the appeal court allow 2 years. So that means if you are in prison and you're not allowed to get bail out, you're gonna have to be in prison for 2 years. And then the court of appeal already issued the verdict. Maybe you get acquitted, maybe you found guilty, you get convicted, then you still have a chance to request the Supreme Court to appeal as well. If your case is going up to the Supreme Court, so that means you're gonna have to waiting for another at least 1 year minimum for the Supreme Court to consider your case, and then they're gonna issue the Supreme Court verdict. So the total, if you fighting the case from the first instance court, the Court of Appeal, until the Supreme Court in the criminal case, I would say it roughly minimum 3 or 4 years minimum. This is the quickest is 3 or 4 years. So that means if you do not allow to get a bail out during the ongoing defending the case, then you're gonna have to be in jail until your case is finalized in the Supreme Court. All right. So I hope you guys can understand that how long it's gonna take for you guys to fight in the criminal case in Thailand. And if you have any question, please let me know. Call me or send a message, WhatsApp me. Okay. See you guys next time. ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ